Hey everyone, it's Sam here and I'm back with another floating cube card, tower card. These are adorable, very easy to make. I first shared this one here and the candy cane, which I just love. This one folds down to a 5x7 size or a 7x7, depending on how you fold it. Both ways look really, really nice. And then I made this one during a YouTube live, which again is that same size, but this one is just 6x6. Or if you want it to, it could be, if you want to pop it in an envelope this way, then it would be 6x8. So with this one here, you'll just fold them behind like so, and that's your 6x6 size to go in your envelope. When it's displayed, it can be displayed this way, it can be displayed this way, that way. You can have one forward, one back, you can pull it out. Anyway, it looks lovely. No dies are needed, easy to make, so let's get started. So the papers I'm using today are from my Festive Fun paper pack. Then I've used sentiments from, this is last year's from the Festive Towers. So is that paper pad actually. And I've already stamped it all here. So I've got the To My Wonderful Friend This Christmas here, and then Have a Good One below. And then the Wreath, the Vintage Christmas. And I've coloured it in the colours to match the papers. So I've gone for this middle design here. So you'll know exactly what to do if you've watched the previous video for the 7x7 size. This is just going to be new measurements for you. So you want to cut yourself 8 pieces because you're going to have 4 of these strips on each side. So there's 4 for one side and then I've got my 4 for the other. So they are 6 by 1 1/4. Along the 6-inch side, you're going to score out 1/2, 1 3/4, 3, 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. And then depending on whether you want to have just covered all of these, there's 24 pieces of 1 by 1 in the pattern paper. Now I've not done a matte and a layer as I just thought it was too small for the pattern paper. But if you do want to do that, then this could be silver card, gold mirror card, whatever, 1 by 1, and then do 3/4 of an inch squared as your pattern paper if you do want to do a matte and a layer, because that's what I've done obviously on here, the white and then the pattern paper, but I'm just sticking with the pattern paper today. Fold and burnish all of the score lines, and then once you've folded them, if you fold the tabs back out so they're that way, because you're going to stick it together like so, it just holds it a bit better. The cardstock I'm using is the pink lovely smooth cardstock from my paper pack. Again, if there's any available, I'll link all of the products I'm using in the description box below. Then I've got 2 strips of acetate, which are to kind of hold it all together so it all opens at the same time. These are just under 1 by 5 3/4, and you'll want 2. And then I've just equally spaced some sticky tape, 4 pieces, because you need it to stick behind each of those floating cubes. Okay, and I've got the 4 there to stick onto that one, which we'll do next. So nice and easy, just stick each of your squares into the 4 squares on each of those strips. Then I've got these 2 pieces here. These are 4 by 6, the pink, and then on top I've added the white card, which is 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Plain ones for the back, so you want to flip that one over because we're going to attach these to it, and then we're going to finish by sandwiching that one between all of the tabs. You can obviously decorate this, make it a bit more 3D. Like I said, depending on how you fold it, so if you do it that way, you can add more 3D detail, and then I'd, add that to a box envelope, but you can keep it very flat like this, like that, and it will just go in a normal envelope. Again, you can add a double or a single version. So if you're doing a single version, then you only actually need 4 of these strips. I'll put 4 to 8 in all of the measurements, because you might just want to do it on one side, and you'll see how that looks in a minute. But you want to fold one of these in half. So you've got your 2 tabs there, and you're just going to run your glue down there and then fold it together. Okay. Once you've done that, you then want to add your glue to the back and use your grid or ruler or something. I'm just going to line that up with this line here, and you're going to stick this so it runs nice and straight, and you're sticking it so that that tab there runs next to the edge there of that piece of card, and just fold it back this way as well, because that's how it may go in your envelope, and also fold it that way as well. Okay. And then the next one, you're going to do the same. You're going to stick it along the bottom. And then the next 2, you want to stick down in between, and there should be a 1/4 of an inch gap in between each one. Okay, so they're all stuck down. So now if you stick that one down, you've got your single floating cube, which looks adorable, very cute. I'm going to show you how to add the acetate in a minute, because that will hold all of those together. But how lovely. And then it would fold flat in the envelope that way, so that would be 6 by 6, or you could do it that way, so it'd be a bit smaller, it'd be 5 by 6, or if you wanted to, you can also fold it behind like so, which looks really nice as well. So that'd be 5 by 6. So a few ways to fold it, but I'm going to carry on and stick them now onto this side as well. So again, just follow something, a straight line. Like I said, lay a ruler down there if you want. Now, because this card's doubled up, you see there's quite a little step there. So what I'm going to actually do is use a foam tape that's pretty much the same depth there. And I'm just going to run that down in between. I do say on the other video, a lighter weight cardstock is probably better, so like a 230. This is heavy, this is like a 280 cardstock. It's lovely and it still works fine. This will still go in an envelope, but just to kind of level that out so it doesn't drop, I'm going to run some tape. So I'm just going to line this up, make sure these can all fold over, so maybe bring them up as you sit that one, you know, one side down, so make sure it's all flush with the top and the bottom. There we go. And then you're going to take these strips here, take the backing off, and then you're going to slide it down in between all of those cubes. And then if you bring it up, just kind of pinch in between one of them, and you want to pull it right up to the outer fold and just make sure it's not poking out the top or the bottom, and then stick it down. And now when you bring it over, you'll see it all moves together. And it will add a lot of strength back into the card as well. So do the same. So I'm just finishing off the card with some of my glaze on the berries and the bells. It just adds a nice shine once it dries clear. And just a little bit more interest. Also, I've had them sitting here. The colours I used to colour in the wreath that match really well with my papers and that pink card, if you have it, is these ones here. I'll do it that way. So it's the bright pink blend, the blue grey blend, the green turquoise blend, and the gold yellow blend, and they are the Spectrum Noir tri-blends. So that is the finished card. How cute is that? So like I said, whether you have it stretched out, you have it displayed like this, you can have it back like that, you can have one front, one at the back. You can also have it, you know, more like that as well, which I actually quite like. I think that looks good. And if you want to, you can add the acetate, you know, on all 4 sides, but I really don't think it needs to. I've only added it on the fronts of all of these and it works fine. And like I said, you've got your space on the back there to write your message. And if you want to have it in an envelope that way, then that would be a 6 by 8 envelope, which you can make yourself with your punch boards, and you can buy them in the shops as well. So thank you as always for watching today. This one will be added to the playlist, so you'll have the 6 by 6, the 7 by 7 or 5 by 7, because depending on how you fold it. I will also do a slimline, and I'll do an 8 by 8 and probably a C6 as well. So a few more. These are pretty quick to make and dead easy as well. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you do like this card style and you're making them as well. The products, if they're still available, will be linked in the description box below. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not following, and drop me a comment as well. All that good stuff. It's completely free to do, but it really does help out the creators. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.